Hello to my friends at Dyersburg Primary School. I'm Vanessa Kane, the Children's Director here at MacIver's Grant Public Library, and I missed you so much last week when we were all at home in the snow. I hope you had a good time playing in the snow. I want you to think about what you did last week in the snow, and I want you to think about all of your senses. Do you remember what our senses are? Our senses are that we can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. So, what did you see when you looked at the snow? What did you see? Was it different outside when we were looking outside at the snow? It was very different, wasn't it? What could you hear? Could you hear the snow? You hear it crunch under your feet when you walked on it? Could you smell the snow? Did it smell? It's kind of like water. It doesn't have much of a smell, does it? You might have had some hot chocolate, though, and that would have smelled good. And you maybe had a fire and sat in front of it, and they smell good, don't they? And maybe you ate some snow cream, and that would bring in your taste, wouldn't it? And then, of course, if you touched the snow, what did it feel like? Was it hot? No, it was really cold, wasn't it? So you used all your senses last week, and you use all your senses every day. And so today, we're going to read just a little bit of this book. It's a very big, thick book. See how thick it is? So it's not really a good story time book because there's a lot of information in there. But we're going to read a little bit from the front of it. It's called You Can't Smell a Flower with Your Ear. Y'all already knew that, didn't you? It says All About Your Five Senses by Joanna Cole. So Joanna Cole is the author of this book. She wrote the words, and it's illustrated by Mavis Smith. So Mavis Smith drew these pictures. I'm going to read this beginning part, and then I'm going to show you a little bit. I know we're going to do kind of a story walk, a book picture walk through it, and talk about the different things that it does after the story, okay? You can't smell a flower with your ear. What do you use to smell a flower? Y'all say it. Say it out loud, really loud right now. My nose! I use my nose to smell a flower. It's your birthday. There's a surprise for you. Your mom puts on a blindfold, and a moment later you smell chocolate. Close your eyes. Can you smell chocolate? And then something is put in your mouth and you taste sweet cake. So he's using his senses right now, isn't he? His mama put a blindfold around his eyes so he couldn't see, and he could smell chocolate and taste sweet cake. But that is not the real surprise, says your sister. Put out your hand, says your dad. And you touch something soft, and you hear a little meow. Before you pull off the blindfold, you know what you will see. What would it be if it's soft and it says meow? It's a kitten. So he used his senses to determine it was a kitten before he ever saw it. Every day you use your nose to smell, your tongue to taste, your skin to feel, your ears to hear, and your eyes to see. These are your five sense organs, and each one tells you something different about the world around you. They do this by sending messages to your brain. This shows you, see the side of the eyeball? There's your eye, the beginning, and then this shows the whole back, the inside of your eye and how it works and how it sends those messages to your brain to tell you what's in front of you so you can see. Your eyes are made to see. How do they work? Look at a hat. Light bounces off the hat and goes into your eye. And then the light hits the back of your eye, and a picture of the hat is made there. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? Okay. Hearing. You want to fool your friend and you say, you can't see your ears. Yes, I can, says your friend. Who is right? You both are. Your friend can see the outside of her ears. Can you see the outside of your ears when you look in the mirror? But she cannot see the other parts of the ears that are inside her head. So just like your eye, your ears are made to do a job and tell your brain information. The inside parts are the true hearing parts of your ear. Your ears pick up sound waves in the air, and sound waves are tiny movements or vibrations. Can you say that word? Vibrations. Yeah, that's a cool word, isn't it? That's like sometimes if you hit something metal, it goes wah, like after that. That's a vibration in the air that you can hear. And there you can see some people dancing to music. That's vibrations in the air. And you can see, uh-oh, Grandma doesn't like what she's hearing from up there. She can hear them bouncing on the ceiling because they're jumping on the floor above her, and she can hear the music probably through the ceiling. Sound vibrations in the air go into your ear, and they hit stretchy skin, your eardrum, and then the eardrum vibrates too. And on the other side of the eardrum are 3 tiny, tiny bones, and these bones start to vibrate too. Have you ever felt your bones in your ears vibrate? I bet you haven't, but it happens every day, doesn't it? Beyond the bones is a tube filled with liquid, and the liquid starts to vibrate too. And these vibrations make nerves near the tube send messages to your brain's hearing centers. And then you hear. All of that happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You can hear my voice right now, can't you? And it just came out. And ooh, all your brain and your ears, they do all that so quickly. I think that's so wonderful. All right. Smelling. You're walking past a pizza place. There's a hot pizza in the oven. You cannot see the pizza, but your nose tells you it's there, and that's because your nose is made for smelling. There they are walking by that pizza place. I think the dog smells it too. What do you think? How does your nose smell? When the pizza is baking, tiny bits go out of the oven. These bits are called molecules. Aren't you learning some big words today? Can you say molecules? Molecules are so small that we cannot see them. When you breathe in the air, the pizza molecules go into your nose, high up into your nose in a special place where molecules can stick. And nearby nerves send messages about pizza molecules to your brain. And then your brain smells pizza. Find something that smells good, it says. Flowers, soap, apples, or oranges. Go near it and breathe the way you usually do. Do you smell the nice smell? Now put your nose near it and sniff. I bet the smell is stronger. And why do you think that is? Because you got really close and got more of those molecules right up in your nose, didn't you? And then they show you how your nose works from this side. When you sniff, you pull air straight up through your nose, more molecules stick near the nerves, and you get more of the smell. Would you want to do that with a dirty shoe? No, I don't want to smell the dirty shoe. Tasting. That pizza smells so good, it must taste great too. Thank goodness you have taste buds on your tongue. Stick your tongue out. Can you feel that it's bumpy? Is your tongue bumpy? Molecules in the food you eat go inside the taste buds, and nerves send messages to your brain, and then you taste your food. Different parts of your tongue pick up different tastes. One part of your tongue is best at tasting sweet things. Another part is best at tasting salty things. And another part tastes sour things. And still another part tastes bitter things. Let's test your tongue. First, find something sweet, like a piece of candy or some gum, and touch the middle of your tongue with the candy. Can you taste a sweet taste? Not very much. Now touch the tip of your tongue. You can taste sweet taste much more because the tip of your tongue has lots and lots of taste buds for sweet things. So it says sweet on the very tip of your tongue, salty on either side, still at the edge. Sour is back a little, and bitter is right in the middle of your tongue, right before you swallow. This is a map of your tongue. And you can play and do that at lunch maybe. See what you can find that tastes, where you can taste it best on your tongue is what I was trying to say as I was still trying to find the next page. Feeling. You have nerves in your skin for touch and pressure, hot and cold and pain. And just by feeling, you can tell that a pillow is soft and a rock is hard. And a snowball is cold. We were just talking about snowballs. And a potato can be hot. The nerves in your skin tell your brain all kinds of things. Some parts of your body have more touch nerves than others. There you can see that soft pillow with the cat is soft too. And a hard rock. Would you want to sit on a hard rock for very long? No. And cold snowballs. And a hot, hot potato. See how he dropped it very quickly? Try this. Ask a friend to close their eyes and spread 2 fingers apart and touch your friend quickly on the palm of his hand. Do it with both fingers at once and ask him how many fingers. Probably he will say 2. Now touch your friend quickly on his back. Do it with the same 2 fingers. How many does he feel? Probably he will say 1. That's because there's many more nerves on the palm of our hand than on our back. So that's how come we can feel a lot of things with our hands. We have to do a lot of things with our hands, don't we? When we pick things up, we've got to know that they're in there. So we have all kinds of nerves in our hands so that we can be sure that we're holding things tight enough and we can tell that, oh, there it's in. But on our back, we don't use our back for picking things up like that, do we? So we don't need all those little nerves to tell us what exactly is on our back or touching our back. We use our back for other things, don't we? There are many other ways to test your senses. You can see if you can smell when you're breathing out, see a bright light with your eyes closed, or taste when you have a cold. Does something feel smoother when you rub it with your arm than with your fingertips? You can even try smelling a flower with your ear. Good luck.